NFL 24, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Washington Commanders and the Atlanta Falcons under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin joined in the booth by Charles Davis. CD, these Falcons seem to be in an interesting spot coming into 2023. They've seemingly got playmakers galore on offense, but they may only be as good as what their defense can do for them.
And that defense, 27th overall in the league last year, so they must improve. In order to help them, though, they're going to try and control the ball more on the offensive side, try and run it a little bit more and take some time off the clock.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders, this is a team that many think could be the fourth best in the NFC East, but they've got a pretty strong defense that's going to probably keep them in some ball games.
Their investment in talent has certainly paid off. Number 4 against the pass a season ago. Number 4 overall in total defense. Nothing to shake a stick at. If they get good quarterback play, look out.
The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw, Howell. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yard pickup. First down, Washington.
Robinson up the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Faking the handoff, Howell. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense, and at the helm in his second season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
3rd and 12. Ritter off the play fake. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have the Falcons 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their 1st sack of the contest.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Touchdown, Falcons! Mac Hollins, 32 yards. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your 1st catch. Take it to the house. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
With a play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Hal throwing on 3rd down here. That is caught. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one.
Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, 35 yards. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the result, a touchdown for Washington. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Robinson with another carry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh, no. Looked like they had that one set up well on 3rd down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
Ritter looking to throw here on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he'll have it by plenty, as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 5. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Algier will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Robinson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, you've been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Commanders back out late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. On first down, Howell. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Howell out of the shotgun. That's out to the flat for Gibson. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. One last shot before the break. Howell. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was the former Longhorn Bijan Robinson who was tough to stop in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Back to throw, Ritter. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. Shedding through the defense. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he fends him off. Forced out to his left. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Washington. Sam Howell, 40 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board. From his end zone, here comes Patterson.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Ritter will set up to throw it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. It's Ritter.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Powell.
His throw incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 13 yards there on a Washington 1st.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14.
21. Falcons
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
Now it's Patterson.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Going play action. Ritter.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
He's got his man, London, right side.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Holding offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Ritter with it after the play fake.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Ritter to throw it. That one deep for London.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
At the 47-yard line.
Throwing here, Howell.
Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
And Howe will throw it.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. But things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage. Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
At their 48-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Ritter going to change it up. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
Oh, nice move at midfield.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. A big play looming on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now they'll audible to something else. On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
Ritter looks to throw it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15. At the Commanders' 45-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. Now Ritter.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They punched the clock the entire evening. They ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front to let them know these are blue-collar workers who are getting it done.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Ritter. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Still 4th down.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Here's Ritter.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Howell going to go down to a knee, and that should just about wrap this up. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hard work.